everybody. This is me, Michelle Lynn Tackett.
This is Shawn.
Welcome to TNT Big Show, and thank you, everybody. The channel's growing. If you like the content that we do, please hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, thumbs up, and leave a like. The rest of the sales pitch will be later, but I just want to get into this right now. Hey, everybody. Did you hear? The greatest thing since Jesus coming back has been announced, and that's Valve's Steam Deck.
Whoopee.
I want people to not get the wrong idea. I actually think it looks neat, but at the end of the day, this is pretty much a waste. Hear me out. First off, let's talk about it. What's in the nuts and bolts of it? Well, it has 2 teraflops. It has a 16 gigabyte of memory for the system that's itself. There's going to be 3 versions, a 64 gigabyte version with no SD flash memory for $399. A 256 gigabyte one for $529, and a 512 gigabyte one for $649. How long is the battery life? Now, if you want to play like indie games and stuff, you'll get a decent 6-7 hours out of it. Not bad.
Remember play Call of Duty?
Right, let's face it. When you wanted a portable PC, what games do you want to play? Doom Eternal, Call of Duty. Let's face it, The Witcher 3, even Cyberpunk, you want to play those big guns. 2 hours.
2 hours.
You will get approximately 2 hours of play out of this. That's something that, a lot of the media isn't talking about, but my brother and I will bring it up.
And what else they're not talking about? Unlike regular and the OLED, you don't get a dock with this little baby. Nope, you got to pay an extra $80 to $100 for the dock.
Yeah, so if you want to play a dock, that's an extra $80
on the TV,
right there.
Yeah.
For all the people who were butthurt over the Switch OLED not being a true pro and are jumping on this like it's the greatest thing.
And they're calling it the Switch killer.
Yeah.
Let's go back and do a little history real quick. Remember the black and white Game Boy? It was big, clunky. The screen was terrible. And Sega brought out
Game Gear.
The Game Gear, color, vibrant and everything, and the Game Boy squashed it. It didn't have the games. It did not have the games that the Game Boy did. Let's talk about
PSP.
PSP
and Vita.
And Vita. The DS and the 3DS squashed. So for you who call this a Switch killer, wake up. You're dreaming in La La Land.
Yeah.
Switch is already almost at 90 million, and you automatically think people are going to be stupid enough to buy that many of this thing, would spend all that money? Oh, it's not going to happen.
Number 24 gigabytes for the type of big PC games y'all want to play, that won't even fit. Like Cyberpunk won't fit.
Yeah.
Call of Duty won't fit.
You're like, well, just get memory cards.
You can, but expensive, the ones you have to get.
Yeah.
And the memory that comes with it is slow.
Slow.
Very slow.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a link to Tech for Mag below. They put everything in here, and they talk about the good and the bad of this machine.
Yeah.
They're not just praising it like it's
Switch killer.
Another thing that Valve doesn't have that Nintendo does, and that a brand name among portable players.
Exactly.
I know the Switch is a hybrid, but the Switch Lite is a portable.
And what else? As Sony found out, let's have Call of Duty, Ratchet and Clank, Eternal on them. Put them up against Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, Animal Crossing, Pokemon. Come on, let's try it. Come on.
But here's the thing, though. This handheld, which does sound neat on paper, is a complete waste, and I'll tell you why. Games are going to be able to run at 60 frames per second, 720p. For nowadays, that's not a PC gaming experience.
No, it's not.
That's 4K, 120 frames per second.
Yeah.
When you play the Switch, most of the games play the same frame rate docked that they do portably. A few go up. But can you imagine going from 720 to 4K, 30 to 60 frames per second to 120? It's not going to be the same as the Switch because the docked experience is really close to the handheld experience.
Yeah. And let me tell you something, folks. PC gamers, they just are, pardon my French, they're graphic whores. And you think they're going to take that big of a hit, downgrade? No way. No, you know who's going to buy it? Scalpers are going to load up on this thing. They'll sell it for $5,000 a piece.
People are like, well, they can play indie games on this. They can play indie games on the Switch.
Exactly.
And a lot of people will be like, I'll have to spend really like an extra $250, $300.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it just for a little bump in frame rate and stuff.
Exactly. No offense. When you're like, I want to play Call of Duty or Rainbow Six or Grand Theft Auto or something like that. We want to play that on the go. Fair enough. But are you really going to spend $300 extra? I want to play Celeste. I want to play Dead Cells. I want to play Hades on a system where you can spend it $300 cheaper on the Switch.
I agree. I don't think a lot of people really are going to do that. I can see this being a cult hit.
Yeah.
And I do think there will be some interest for it, but as far as being a real competitor for the Switch, it's not going to happen. It ain't happening.
Real gamers and real people are not going to waste their money on this $500 paperclip.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
So you can play Steam games on it. If you're a Switch-only gamer, you're not going to notice much because you go from 1080p to 720. It looks better, 1080p does, but it's not that big of a downgrade. I know people who get it, like it, I do. But I just think that the media is doing jumping backflips because they want something.
They want something to defeat the Switch.
And it ain't happening.
It ain't happening. The PlayStation 5 failed. It failed. It's not going to beat the Switch. It failed. And neither is this.
There have been other more powerful like PC portables come out and they didn't really do anything.
No.
The only reason this will do at least pretty well is because of Valve's name.
Yeah, I know.
Good idea on paper, but when you start thinking about it, I just don't see a lot of potential for this.
I don't either.
This is Michelle Lynn Tackett.
There's a Shawn Tackett.
Have a good one. Thank you all for enjoying the video, and thanks to our Patreons for supporting us. You guys help make this video possible. And you can also join our Patreon if you want for as little as $1 a month. You can get things like Jack's Joke of the Week, which will be up later today. You can also join our Reddit, which is TNTEgames. And you can also join our Discord, which is TNT Big Show -3665. And that's not all. We have an Instagram, we have TikTok, and we have a WordPress blog. Thank you all for supporting us so much, and have a wonderful day.